Okay, so today we're going to test the heat resistance of some quartz countertop that I've left over because it had to be recut. All right, our barbecue's nice and warm now. Oh yeah. All right, we'll see what this guy does to our quartz countertop. Gonna have to be careful taking this off, so sorry guys, I'm gonna stop filming and put this over carefully. All right, got her on there. Still nice and toasty. All right, what are we down to? All right, still toasty, but we can push it out of the way. Okay, we got it cleaned up and it looks brand spanking new. So what this is telling me so far is I don't have much concern about putting really hot things onto the countertop. I have a huge concern about direct flame being close to the quartz. Okay, so this is why I'm measuring the heat resistance. This is a Miele 6 burner gas range top. I have a quartz backsplash. It does have a stainless steel back guard that's a couple inches high, but the back burner from the edge of it to the wall is only about 6 inches. Come around to this side, it's a bigger burner. Yeah, about 6 inches. So I really want to know what kind of temperatures this wall can withstand before this becomes an issue with discoloring and or cracking the backsplash. So at a distance of 5 inches, doesn't look like you can get above 100 Celsius or 200 Fahrenheit. It's pretty consistent at just under 200. .200 Celsius. Okay, let's turn this off. And right at that yellow spot, it's 170 Celsius. 300. It's hard with that glare, sorry. 300 Fahrenheit. 150 odd Celsius, cooling down fast. But you can definitely see it left a yellow spot. So we're gonna let that cool down and see if we can buff that out, or if baking soda will take it out, or if we've now just melted our quartz by, again, getting up to about 300, above 300 Fahrenheit. So not crazy hot. Okay, so it's cooled down. Still warm to the touch. Still feels smooth. So what we really need to determine is is that some kind of residue from the combustion. So we got some baking soda and water. I'll try to scrub this lightly. Don't want to scratch the finish. Well, maybe we're gonna have to scratch it because it doesn't look like it's coming off. Nope, still there. All right, so that was close enough to burn it. Melted the glue, the resin, that holds your quartz powder together. Okay, for this go around, I'm gonna push it out to 4 inches and make it more straight on. The other one, the heat was definitely rising up because it was pointed up. So we're gonna point this directly at it at 4 inches. See if we can get a better idea when this starts to melt. Yeah, it really burnt it up good. So we'll have to move it back even further. Let's see what temperature that is sitting at right now. So we turn that off. Let's get it out of the way. Yep, just under 300 Fahrenheit. So you definitely do not want to put direct heat. All right, this is good. I can start to see it turning yellow very faintly right now. So if we hit the yellow spot, yeah, over 300. Okay, let's turn this off quickly. Definitely registered right near 300 there. Lost it, there it is, 295. So a shade below 300 Fahrenheit is you're gonna start to see some yellowing right there. So I'm sure if I let that go on, it would just kind of turn into this, which we'll see. So we still have our baking soda and sponge out here, if you can do anything about it. Well, you can get some of it off, but you're not getting that yellow off. Because that is melted resin, so discolored resin. Oh, my fingers are dirty. So I think that conclusively answers that. 300 Fahrenheit direct heat source is going to discolor your quartz.